How did you find your way to your instrument?
I didn't grow up in a musical household. Neither of my parents are musical people, but they love music. So I grew up going to a lot of concerts. So I gravitated towards music, and they were supportive enough to support me, or I was lucky enough to have supportive parents. So they bought me instruments and got me lessons at a young age. I started out on guitar, and about 8 years ago, I switched to mandolin. I just picked up a mandolin in acoustic music because it was little, and I could carry it around, and I could go, if I was traveling or camping, I could just have something small to carry with me, because guitars can get cumbersome, and especially, traveling with an expensive guitar is stressful. So I got a mandolin and just started farting around on it, and 3 years later, we started this band, and this was the first band I actually professionally played mandolin in.
And your instrument is your voice.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard on the street, you pretty much came out of the womb singing.
Yeah, I can't remember a time that I didn't sing. I did grow up in a musical household. Both of my parents are musicians. My earliest memory of music is sitting down at a baby grand piano and plunking away and playing an arpeggio, but not knowing what it was and getting really excited and calling out to my dad, "This sounds like something."
I did a thing.
Yeah, basically, I must have probably also was 4 or 5 and just was like, "I did a thing, that sounded right, that was a thing." And I probably started singing around the same time, just as a kid. I play a lot of ukulele in this band, which is pretty uncommon in bluegrass. It's not really a bluegrass instrument, and I actually came to the uke, I didn't know this until right now, the same way Ben came to the mandolin. I played guitar, and at the time didn't have a car and biked everywhere, and I wanted to bring an instrument with me, so I got something I could strap on my back that was easy to play. Yeah, I've been singing forever. It comes organically to me the same way as walking.
I think the message is start them while they're young.
Yeah, get them while they're young. No, and I think bluegrass is one of the most accessible genres, and I think, one of the, in my personal opinion, I think it's one of the better ones to learn, because it's so inviting, it's so community oriented, but it's also virtuistic. Like, bluegrass really values just raw musicianship, and it fosters that. So fostering that at a young age really gives players a head up in the game, because it's like you're saying, like other genres, like rock and roll or like singer-songwriter stuff, country and stuff. There's a huge value on like coolness, like matters. Like when I lived in LA for a little bit, and I got a really huge dose of like how important it is to be cool and like dress cool, and like people really value that. But in bluegrass, it doesn't really matter.
You can wear socks and sandals if you want.
Can't, no. And
our band is almost anti-cool, and I think people like that about us.
Yeah,
we wear tutus on stage sometimes.
Space pants, gothic country witch. Some of our, and then but then some of our band members, they don't play dress up. Like we have like a band that's like three of the 5 members are playing dress up. The other 2 are dressed like dads, and it's fine.
We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want.
Awesome.
It's a nice thing. So getting them young and getting them playing is just like, it just keeps going. It's just a matter of time to learn.
I think every single member of our band started really young. Yeah. I've seen pictures of all of us as, sub 8 years old with our instruments in our hands.
Thank you, friends. We're Pixie and the Partygrass Boys. It's been so much fun. We love you guys. Thank you, and I hope that we see you again.